Necrons versus Blood Angels, Warhammer 40k 9th edition, new Necron Codex Battle Report. And it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. And if you're new to the channel and you want to learn about Necrons and more, then please subscribe and hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so you don't miss an upload. Right, we are here, Blood Angels versus Necrons, 1500 points. Let's go straight in and have a look at the Blood Angels army. Heading up the force is Corbolo there with a captain on a bike and some tactical marines. We've got a Predator at the back there. What weapons that got?
Las cannons on the bottom and an auto cannon on the top.
Right, there you go. In reserve we've got a tactical squad in a drop pod. Over this side of the table we've got some scouts on an objective, and then the rest is in reserve. We've got a squad of Vanguard veterans, another drop pod with tactical marines in, and 2 dreadnoughts. We are playing the mission Surround and Destroy. 6 objectives, 2 in the middle. These little Necron crystals are the objectives, and then we've got 1 in each corner. So let's have a quick look at the Necron list. Okay, so here is my Necron army, 1500 points. It's basically my 2020 list, but I've taken out the 2 units of destroyers and replaced them with Skorpek destroyers. So heading up the Sotek battalion detachment is Imitek the Stormlord. We then have a Chronomancer with the Veil of Darkness. We have 10 Immortals with Gauss Blasters and 2 units of 5 Immortals with Gauss Blasters. Then we have the 6 Skorpek destroyers and a Plasma Sight. At the back there we have 5 Wraiths with no upgrades. Heavy support, we've got 2 Doomsday Arcs, and finally we've got a Triarch Stalker with a twin-linked heavy Gauss cannon. Okay, so it is time to find out who is going first. So we've got a dice roller. Here we go. I got a 4. The Blood Angel got a 1. Okay, I will have a think about if I'm going to go first or not. Secondary objectives. I've chosen Domination, grind them down and bring them down. And the Blood Angels have Engage in all fronts, Assassination and Raise the banners. Okay, so there's 2 drop pods coming in on turn 1 from reserve, so I think I better go first. So here we go, Necrons, turn 1. Okay, so I moved the Doomsday Arc and the Immortals to the side, getting me in range of those over there. The Skorpek destroyers moved towards that objective, as everything here moved and advanced forward. These Immortals moving 11 inches. The Triarch Stalker just got into line of sight and range of the scouts over there, as the Wraiths advanced onto the objective. That's 8-inch movement, slowing the Wraiths down a little bit, so I had to advance. And then over here the Doomsday Arc has got line of sight to the scouts, so let's do some shooting. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Nick, you can't shoot through that building. That is obviously an obscured piece of terrain. Well, actually I thought it was going to be. I did suggest to my buddy that we have the 4 buildings, the 2 in the middle and the 2 on the outside, as obscured. I thought that would really help him out with all of my guns, but he decided just to have the 2 in the middle obscured and the 2 outside ones we could shoot through. So that's what's going on there. Okay, end of Necron turn 1. So the Stalker killed a few scouts, and then the Doomsday Arc finished them off, killing them outright. Over here the Immortals and the other Doomsday Arc shot in to these guys here, and I killed 2 Marines. That's it. I did score 3 points for holding more objectives than my opponent, and now we're going to move in to turn 1 to the Blood Angels. Okay, Blood Angels turn 1. The drop pods held off coming in as these guys here raised the banner, and the Predator moved to shoot my Immortals. They killed 2 and they got straight back up with RP, rolling a 5 and a 6. So that was it for turn 1 for the Blood Angels. I'm going to move in now to turn 2 for the Necrons. Okay, so I scored 15 points for primary objectives. I then moved my Scorpex around the objective there, and the Wraiths around that one. I vowed the big squad of Immortals just over there. The Imitech and the other Immortals got up the level of the building. That was all the movement done, so now it's time to shoot. Okay, end of my turn. I shot everything that was in range into the tactical squad, and I killed them all except for one. And then the Doomsday Ark obliterated, I think it did 23 wounds on the Predator, which gave me 3 points for bringing it down. Okay, we're going to move in now to Blood Angels, turn 2. Alright, the Blood Angels force has finally arrived. We've got the Dread and the Pod and the Tactical Marines there. Vanguards of Deep Strike over there. And over this side we've got another Dread, Drop Pod and Tacticals. Okay, so the Dreadnoughts got into the assault with my Immortals, killed one of them, and I did a wound back. These guys, what did they do?
Shot.
They shot.
I missed.
They missed, did they? Okay. I even forgot that, but there you go. These guys shot, I assume, at my Immortals and missed. Over here, the Vanguards tried to assault my Scorpec destroyers but failed. And over this side of the table, the tactical squad shot and took a wound off of my Wraiths, tried to assault my Doomsday Ark. I overwatched and killed one of them. They failed their assault, and then the Dreadnought also failed their assault. So that is it for Blood Angels turn 2. I'm going to move into Necrons turn 3. Okay, so I scored max on primary, 15 points, and I've had a good look at the table, and with the exception of the Immortals falling back, I'm not moving, so I'm going to stay where I am. I gave mine will be done to this unit here, and then I gave those guys over there a 5+ invulnerable save, and now it's time to shoot. Okay, so Necron shooting, all done, that's the end of my turn. The Doomsday Ark here, smashing down the Dreadnought with its big gun, and the Gauss Flare Array took one wound off of these guys. The Triarch Stalker over here shot into the troops, killing a good bunch of them, as the small guns from the Doomsday Ark finished them off, and the big gun took out the other Dreadnought. And that was almost it. I've still got these to shoot. I've just realised those guys shot into the drop pod, and I took 3 wounds off of the drop pod. So I'm quickly going to shoot these guys here. Imitate the Stormlord actually in the previous turn, I forgot to say, he did his lightning strikes on those guys, doing 5 mortal wounds. Okay, and just to see if I can shoot one of those guys out. Okay, the Immortals managed to do 1 wound on the tactical man standing there on the objective. As we move in to turn 3 for the Blood Angels. Okay, so end of the game. The Blood Angels didn't take their 3rd turn, they conceded. They're only on 1 point. I've got about 70 points at the moment, so it was going to be an uphill battle, that's for sure. So that's the end of the game. It is a shame that I didn't get to see my Scorpec destroyers in action. I'm sort of wishing that I hadn't played the mission. I just charged the Vanguard veterans that were there just to see what they could do, but I was fully focused on the mission. So there you go, that is the end of the game. If you want to see more battle reports, then here is my battle report playlist for you to check out next. Beam me up!